I truly believe that God gives us a gift right when we were born, whether that's being gifted physically, mentally, spiritually, being a great person, a comedian, whatever it may be, it's your gift back to God of how you work on that, how you achieve that goal, how you persevere through the tough times that it's going to put you through. Now, I truly think that I'm here for baseball. I absolutely love baseball. I've been here my whole life. I've been playing it my whole life, and I never really thought that I'd play college baseball, though. I'd always just kind of think I'd play my 12 years, play high school baseball, and that was going to be it. But it wasn't until the day that Travis Hergert, our head baseball coach here at Nyack, last year's head coach, texted me, and he said, "When are you going to pitch next?" He came out, he watched me pitch. It was May 25th. I can remember the exact day. He watched me pitch, and he called me after. He said he really liked what he saw, and he really wanted me to come out to Nyack and take a visit, see what he thought of the program. I saw the success that they had. I loved Herg as a coach, and I loved the culture that Nyack had to bring right away. So I decided to walk on. But none of this was able to happen if it wasn't for the past 2 to 3 years that I worked for it. I came from very humble beginnings. I'm from a town of 4,000 in Viroqua, Wisconsin, and the competition for baseball there is very low. Small towns don't get a lot of recognition, don't get a lot of looks because there's not a lot of good baseball going on there. It's pretty low level. So I had to make sure that my standard was so much higher than everybody else's just to get one text. Just one. And all of that work didn't start until my sophomore year of high school. When I got brought up to play varsity as a sophomore, I was 15 years old. I was the only sophomore at the time that got brought up. The previous year, our team won nationals. They won the national championship, so they are very, very good. Sophomore year, I got brought up. I was going to be playing outfield, and I was usually a pitcher/shortstop. I wasn't used to playing outfield. I never played in my life. I always pitched. I always was an infielder. So this was very hard for me to, process and get over this little hump. It was really tough for me. I was hoping to pitch about, 20, 30 innings that year. But I ended up only pitching 5 innings. And I remember after the first time I pitched, my coach said, "You're probably not going to pitch again the rest of the year. You're just not ready for high school varsity baseball." And I'm like, okay. I couldn't say anything about it. What am I going to do, argue with him? At the end of that year, I decided to work my tail off. I got with a training coach online named Brent Porcio from Top Velocity. I paid a couple $100 for one-on-one analysis. He would send me personal strength programs and all of this. I took it very serious. I took it to heart. I worked on my craft every single day, day in and day out. I would get up before anybody was even out of bed to go work out. I'd do everything I possibly can to become a better baseball player. My junior year, I got a lot better. I pitched 30, 40 innings that year. It wasn't great, but it was better. It was not where I wanted to be at yet. I wasn't satisfied. I did the same thing that offseason my junior year because I wasn't settled. I got a couple accolades that year with first team conference and other things like that. But it wasn't until my senior year where I really blew up. I was ranked 4th in the state of Wisconsin for pitchers. I had 136 strikeouts, which was 2nd in the whole state of Wisconsin. I got 2 all-star appearances for school ball and summer baseball. I got Conference Player of the Year, Pitcher of the Year, and Southwest Wisconsin Pitcher of the Year. Now, this isn't me telling you all my accolades and bragging about how good of a pitcher I was in my high school career. I could care less about that now. Because in my heart, right now, at Nyack, I'm a sophomore again. Where was I at when I was a sophomore in high school? I wasn't pitching. No one cared who I was. I was a nobody. Now I'm a nobody again here at Nyack. Nobody cares that I was the best pitcher in Wisconsin for a while. No one cares. Because it doesn't translate. Somebody's always going to be better than you. Somebody's always going to be working harder than you. And there's always going to be more competition to beat. There's always going to be more work to be done. Keep giving back to God. He gave you a gift. He gave you talents. He gave you skills. Give it back to Him. Do your absolute best. There's a quote that I live by every single day when I wake up and I go to sleep, and that is, if better is possible, then good isn't good enough. Everybody says, "Oh, that's good enough," at the end of a rep. in the weight room or in school, oh, that's good enough, I'll just turn it in. But if it's physically possible to be better, that won't be good enough. It will never be good enough. Thank you.